Every single day you wake up, the world is ready to feed you lies. They'll tell you you're not enough. They'll tell you to play it safe. They'll tell you to wait for the right time. They'll tell you your dreams are unrealistic, your goals are too big, and that life is about comfort, not challenge. They'll smile in your face and plant seeds of doubt in your mind, and if you're not careful, those seeds will grow into chains that keep you trapped for years. That's why you must build an iron wall around your mind. Every morning, before the world gets the chance to poison you with its mediocrity, you must speak the truth to yourself. Your voice must be louder than the noise outside. The first truth is that no one is coming to save you. It's a harsh reality most people don't want to face. You can cry, you can complain, you can hope for someone to rescue you, but no one is climbing down from the sky to hand you your dream life. Your problems are yours to solve. Your dreams are yours to chase. If you want change, you'll have to create it with your own two hands. The moment you truly accept this, you stop waiting and you start acting. That's when you become dangerous, because you finally understand that the responsibility and the power have always been in your hands. The second truth is that comfort is the slowest form of death. Comfort whispers sweet lies. It tells you to stay where it's warm, where it's easy, where nothing challenges you. But here's the problem: nothing grows there. The more you avoid discomfort, the weaker you become. Every day you choose the couch over the gym, excuses over action, distraction over focus. You're not just staying the same, you're getting worse. Tell yourself that comfort is the enemy, that pain, struggle, and uncertainty are the ticket prices for the life you want. Once you embrace that, discomfort stops feeling like a threat and starts feeling like progress. The third truth you need to burn into your soul is that you will not be average. Look around you. Most people leave on autopilot. They do just enough to get by. They avoid risks, they avoid failure, and they avoid the kind of effort that leads to greatness. Being average means you're replaceable. It means the world won't remember your name when you're gone. Refuse to be that. Refuse to settle for what's normal. Work when others rest. Learn when others waste time, and push when others quit. Stand out, not for the sake of ego, but because life is too short to blend in with the crowd. The fourth truth is that pain is your training ground. Most people run from pain as if it's something evil, but pain is the only real teacher you have. Every failure, every setback, every heartbreak is shaping you into someone stronger, sharper, and wiser. You can't build resilience without resistance. You can't develop courage without fear. You can't reach mastery without enduring the struggle. So instead of asking, why me? When life gets hard, start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Pain is not there to stop you, it's there to prepare you for the next level. The fifth truth is that time is your most valuable currency, and you will never get it back. People waste days like they have an infinite supply. They trade hours of their life for gossip, meaningless entertainment, and pointless arguments. Then one day, they look back and wonder why they're nowhere closer to their goals. Time is slipping away from you every second. Every minute you spend, you're investing in something, whether it's building your dreams or feeding your distractions. You must become ruthless about where your time goes, because it's the one resource you cannot replenish. The sixth truth is that your standards will determine your life. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you demand. If you tolerate disrespect, you will be disrespected. If you tolerate mediocrity, you will live in mediocrity. If you tolerate excuses from yourself, you will never reach your potential. Every morning, you need to raise your standards. Demand more from yourself in your health, your finances, your mindset, and your relationships. Stop lowering the bar to make life easier. Raise it so high that your own laziness can't reach it. The seventh truth is that fear is lying to you. Fear's only job is to keep you safe, but safe from what? Safe from growth, safe from risk, safe from living. Most of the things you're scared of will never happen, and the ones that do will make you stronger. Fear tries to convince you that you'll fail, that you'll look stupid, that you're not ready. But the truth is you'll never feel ready, and the right time will never come. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a signal. When you feel it, it means you're about to do something that matters, so run toward it. The eighth truth is that discipline is the ultimate freedom. People think freedom means doing whatever you want, but that's just chaos disguised as freedom. Real freedom is having control over your actions, your habits, and your emotions. Discipline is what builds that control. It's showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It's keeping your promises to yourself. It's doing the hard thing now so life will be easier later. Without discipline, you will forever be a slave to your impulses and emotions. With it, you become unstoppable. And the ninth truth, the one that makes all the others matter, is that you only have one life, and it's not as long as you think. You don't get a second run. This isn't a rehearsal. Every day you waste is a day you can never get back. There will come a time when you'd give anything for one more chance to go all in. Don't wait for that moment to realize what you had. Live fully now. Say what you need to say. Take the risks you've been avoiding and chase the life you want with everything you have. Make today count, because you are not promised tomorrow. The world will keep lying to you. It will tell you that you have time, that you should take it easy, that you should play small. But if you arm yourself with these 9 truths every morning, you will be bulletproof. You'll walk into the chaos of the world with clarity, with focus, and with the fire to keep going when everyone else quits. You'll stop living in reaction to what life throws at you and start creating the life you want. And when your time finally runs out, you'll know you lived it on your terms. That's the only victory that matters. Every morning when you open your eyes, you are standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the same life you've been living, the same habits, the same results, the same cycle. The other path leads to growth, to change, to a version of you that you haven't even met yet. The decision you make in those first moments of the day will determine everything. Most people don't realize how much power those first words in your head carry. They wake up and immediately let their mind wander into negativity, into worry, into excuses. They repeat the same quiet lies to themselves. I'm tired. I'll do it later. I'm not ready. I can't. And those words become the blueprint for their day. If you want to change your life, you must change the way you speak to yourself every single day. You can't wait for motivation to magically appear. You can't wait for perfect circumstances. You need a set of words that arm you, words that prepare you for the battles ahead, words that light a fire in your chest before the world tries to put it out. The words you speak to yourself are not just sounds, they are instructions. Your brain listens, your body responds, your life follows. When you wake up, tell yourself that today is yours, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, today, because today is the only day you have. Yesterday is over. Tomorrow is not promised. If you waste today, you waste a piece of your life that you will never get back. Say it to yourself until you feel it in your bones. I will not waste this day. That one sentence changes the way you walk, the way you work, the way you see opportunities. Then remind yourself that no one else will live your life for you. It's your responsibility to make it count. Stop expecting someone to give you permission. Stop waiting for approval. You are the author, the main character, the director of your story. Every choice you make is either building you or destroying you. And every day you are either moving closer to your dream or further away from it. There's no in between. Tell yourself that your past does not define you. It's over. It's gone. The mistakes you made, the failures you faced, the things you regret, they don't get to decide your future. The only power they have is the power you give them. What matters now is what you do with this moment. Don't drag yesterday's weight into today's fight. Learn from it and then leave it behind. Remind yourself that comfort is a trap. It will whisper in your ear, telling you to stay where it's safe, where it's warm, where it's easy. But comfort kills dreams. Growth only happens when you step into discomfort, when you challenge yourself, when you put yourself in situations where you could fail. That's where the magic happens. Every time you push past your comfort zone, you take back a piece of your life from fear. Speak the truth that you are stronger than you think. Your mind will try to convince you you're not ready, you're not capable, you're not enough. But you've already survived moments you thought would break you. You've already overcome pain, heartbreak, loss, and setbacks. You've been through storms before and you're still standing. You are more powerful than you've been told. Say it out loud. I am stronger than my excuses. I am stronger than my fears. I am stronger than I was yesterday. Every day, tell yourself that discipline is your ticket to freedom. Motivation comes and goes. Feelings change, but discipline, showing up no matter what, is what will separate you from the crowd. When you say you'll do something, do it. When you set a goal, stick to it. When you decide to change, commit to it even on the days when it's hard. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself, and when you trust yourself, nothing can stop you. Remind yourself that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. You cannot reach your dreams without falling down. You cannot learn without making mistakes. You cannot grow without losing sometimes. Most people quit the moment they face resistance, but the winners are the ones who keep going. They know that failure is feedback, not a death sentence. Tell yourself that no matter how many times you fall, you will get back up. Speak the reality that your time is limited. One day you will run out of mornings. You will run out of chances. You will run out of next times. And when that day comes, all you will have is the life you built with the time you were given. Don't let the clock run out while you're still making excuses. Don't wait until you're old to realize you wasted your prime years on fear, doubt, and laziness. Say it now, every day. I will not waste the time I have left. Finally, tell yourself that you will live fully, unapologetically, and on your own terms. This is your life, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for chasing what makes your soul burn. Stop shrinking to make other people comfortable. Stop living for other people's approval. Stop hiding your ambition because you're afraid someone will judge you. They'll judge you no matter what you do, so you might as well give them something worth talking about. These daily words are not just nice quotes to post online. They are weapons, they are shields, they are fuel. Say them until they become part of who you are. Say them until your actions match your words. Say them until the old you, the one who hesitated, who doubted, who settled, doesn't exist anymore. The world is going to try to pull you in every direction. It's going to try to make you smaller, quieter, safer. But when you arm yourself with the right words every day, you walk into that world with fire in your chest and steel in your spine. You start controlling your life instead of letting life control you. And when the day comes that you take your last breath, you'll know without a doubt that you didn't just exist. You lived. Every morning when you open your eyes, your mind is empty for a split second. It's a blank canvas. And in that moment, before you've even sat up in bed, you start painting it with words. The problem is, most people paint it with doubt, fear, and weakness before they even take their first sip of water. They say things like, I'm tired, I don't feel like it, I'll do it later, and without even realizing it, they've already set the tone for the rest of their day. What you speak to yourself first thing in the morning is like programming code for your brain. If you feed it weakness, it will produce weakness. If you feed it power, it will produce power. The way you talk to yourself is either your weapon or your poison. And if you don't take control of it, the world will program you with its noise, its negativity, and its lies. Speaking power into your mind every morning isn't about cheesy affirmations you repeat without feeling. It's about speaking the truth so forcefully that your own excuses have no room to breathe. It's about planting seeds of strength that grow roots so deep that no one can pull them out. You can't speak like a victim and expect to live like a warrior. You can't tell yourself maybe and expect to live a life of certainty. You must speak in absolutes with conviction, with fire. When you wake up, the first thing you should say to yourself is that today is yours. That it belongs to you, not to your problems, not to your fears, not to other people's demands. You need to claim it before the world tries to steal it. That simple statement, today is mine, creates ownership. Ownership makes you responsible for what happens next. You stop blaming and you start building. You must also remind yourself that you are capable. Your mind will try to trick you into believing you're not ready, not smart enough, not strong enough, but you've already faced battles that prove otherwise. Think about it. You've been through pain, loss, rejection, and heartbreak, yet here you are. You survived what you thought would destroy you. That means you are capable of surviving today, and not just surviving, but conquering it. The words you speak should also make it clear that you refuse to live in the past. Too many people wake up and instantly start replaying yesterday's mistakes. They drag old failures into a new day like dead weight. Every morning is a reset button, but most never push it because they're too busy punishing themselves for what they can't change. You have to say it out loud. Yesterday is gone. I start fresh today. When you release the past, you free up your energy to actually build a future. Another truth you need to speak into your mind is that comfort will not control you. The human brain craves comfort. It's wired to avoid pain, effort, and risk. But comfort is a slow poison. It feels safe, but it kills ambition. The moment you wake up, your mind will start offering you the easy path. Sleep a little longer. Skip the workout. Do it later. You must answer it with power. I choose growth over comfort. That's the language of someone who wins. You also have to speak to your fear. Fear thrives in silence. If you ignore it, it grows. If you face it, it shrinks. Every morning, tell yourself that fear is not your enemy. It's your compass. The things you fear the most are usually the very things that will make you grow the most. If it scares you, it matters. If it intimidates you, it's probably the next step you need to take. Speak it until it sinks in. Fear will not control my decisions. Your morning words should remind you that time is limited. Not to create anxiety, but to create urgency. One day you will wake up and it will be your last day. You don't know when that will be, but it's coming. So why waste a single morning living like you have forever? Say it to yourself. I am on borrowed time and I will not waste it. That thought will push you to take action now instead of waiting for someday. Discipline is another truth you must plant in your mind daily. Motivation is unreliable. It disappears the moment life gets hard. Discipline is the only thing that will keep you moving forward when you don't feel like it. Every morning, tell yourself, I do what needs to be done no matter how I feel. That's not just a sentence. It's a contract with yourself. And if you keep that contract every day, you will outwork, outlast, and outgrow everyone who only works when it's convenient. You must also speak words that raise your standards. Your life right now is a reflection of what you've been willing to tolerate. If you want more, you have to demand more. First from yourself, then from the world. Look in the mirror and say, I will not settle. That phrase has power. It forces you to act like someone who deserves better, to walk away from things that don't serve you, and to build a life that matches the standard you've set. Finally, speak the truth that you have one life and you will live it fully. Too many people wake up every day just to go through the motions. They work jobs they hate, spend time with people who drain them, and bury their dreams under a pile of excuses, and then they die with regret. You must remind yourself daily that this is not a rehearsal. There's no second chance, no reset button, one life and it's happening right now. Say it until it burns in your chest. I will live fully, I will live boldly, I will live on my own terms. When you speak power into your mind every morning, you're not just hyping yourself up. You're programming your reality. You're creating a mental environment where excuses can't survive and self-doubt has no place to hide. You're setting the tone before the world sets it for you. And over time, the words you speak will become the actions you take, the habits you build, and the person you become. Most people will keep starting their day with weakness. They'll keep repeating the same quiet lies until they believe them. But you will be different. You will speak power until you live power. You will feed your mind with strength until it has no room for anything else. And one day, when people look at your life and wonder how you built it, you'll know it started with the words you spoke to yourself every morning, words that turned into a life worth living. Winners are not born different. They are made different by the commands they give themselves every single day. The mind is the general, the body is the army, and the life you live is the battlefield. If your general is weak, your army will never fight. If your mind is undisciplined, you will live a life of chaos. That's why winners don't just think positively. They give themselves commands, orders that are non-negotiable. They don't beg for motivation. They command themselves to act, to push, to conquer, regardless of how they feel. These commands are not suggestions. They are law. And if you want to join the ranks of those who actually win in life, you must adopt them until they are as natural as breathing. The first command of a winner is simple. I own my life. That means no more blaming, no more pointing fingers, no more waiting for someone to rescue you. Winners know that their life is their responsibility. Every success and every failure is theirs to carry. Ownership is power because the moment you take full responsibility, you also take full control. The second command is, I will not waste time. Time is the one currency you can never get back. Losers spend it like it's infinite, winners spend it like it's gold. Every second is either invested in growth or wasted on distractions. Winners cut out the nonsense. They protect their time like a wolf protects its territory. They know that the clock is always ticking and that one day the time will run out. The third command is, I choose discomfort. Comfort is the slow killer of ambition. Winners know that if life feels too easy, it means they're not growing. They deliberately seek challenges. They step into fear. They embrace the pain of the process because they know that's where transformation happens. Comfort may feel good now, but it leads to regret later. Discomfort may sting now, but it leads to greatness later. The fourth command is, I do what I say. Discipline is not about motivation, it's about integrity with yourself. When a winner tells themselves they will do something, they follow through. No excuses, no delays, no negotiations. This is how they build trust with themselves, and once you trust yourself completely, you become unstoppable because you know that whatever you commit to will be done. The fifth command is, I learn from pain. Pain is the best teacher, and winners are its best students. Every failure, every setback, every rejection is a lesson. Losers avoid pain and repeat the same mistakes. Winners face pain, extract the lesson, and grow stronger because of it. They understand that pain is not a punishment, it's preparation for the next level. The sixth command is, I control my mind. The mind will wander into fear, doubt, and distraction if you let it. Winners refuse to let their thoughts run wild like an untamed animal. They focus, they redirect, they speak power into themselves. They know that the battle is won in the mind before it's ever won in reality. If they think like a champion, they act like a champion, and if they act like a champion, they win like a champion. The seventh command is, I will not be average. Average is everywhere. Average work ethic, average ambition, average dreams. Winners look at average and see death. They refuse to blend in with the crowd. They demand more from themselves, they push beyond the limits others accept, and they set a standard so high that mediocrity can't survive near them. The eighth command is, I use fear as fuel. Fear is natural, but for most people, it's a stop sign. For winners, it's a green light. They feel fear and move toward it. They know that the things they're most afraid of are often the exact things they need to do to grow. Fear doesn't paralyze them. It energizes them. It becomes the signal that they're heading in the right direction, and the ninth command is the one that ties all the others together. I live like I have one life, because I do. Winners live with urgency. They don't waste years waiting for the perfect moment, because they know it doesn't exist. They act now, they move now, they build now. They know that one day, the opportunity will be gone, and they will have to face the reality of the life they built, or failed to build. These 9 commands are not motivational quotes you write on your wall and forget about. They are rules to live by, rules that shape every decision, every action, every moment. Winners repeat them to themselves until they are ingrained in their identity. And because they follow these commands daily, they create results that others only dream about. If you want to win, you can't just hope. You can't just wish. You have to speak to yourself like someone who demands victory, not someone who begs for it. You have to command yourself like a soldier in the heat of battle, because that's what life is. A battle for your dreams, your time, your legacy. Every morning, before the world has a chance to lie to you, give yourself these commands. Speak them with conviction, live them with discipline, and one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize you didn't just talk like a winner. You became one. Every day you wake up is a gift, but most people treat it like it's just another throwaway day on an endless timeline. They waste hours on distractions, they postpone dreams, and they convince themselves they have forever to do the things they've always wanted to do. But the truth is, you don't have forever. You have a limited number of mornings left, and you don't know when your last one will be. That's why you have to stop waiting and start living. And to do that, you need to remind yourself every single day of the truths that will push you into action. The first thing to remind yourself is that no one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is coming to save you. If you don't move, nothing moves. If you don't act, nothing changes. The world doesn't owe you a thing, and sitting around hoping for the right opportunity is a waste of the most precious thing you have, time. You have to go and make it happen. The second thing to remember is that your time is your most valuable currency. You can make more money, you can replace possessions, but you can't replace time. Every second you waste on meaningless things is a second you will never get back. Remind yourself every morning, this day is my life in miniature. How I spend it is how I'm spending my life. That thought alone will change the way you approach every hour. The third reminder is that comfort is the enemy of growth. It's easy to choose the soft option, to avoid the challenge, to stick with what you know. But comfort zones are where dreams die. If you want more from life, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. Push through discomfort, face fear, and put yourself in situations that demand more from you than you think you have to give. Fourth, remind yourself that fear is a liar. Fear will tell you you're not ready, that you might fail, that people will judge you. But fear doesn't predict the future. It just reflects your doubts. Almost every great thing you'll ever achieve will live on the other side of fear. So instead of letting fear stop you, use it as a signal that you're moving towards something important. The fifth thing to tell yourself daily is that discipline will take you further than motivation ever could. Motivation is a burst of energy, but discipline is a habit that carries you when you're tired, uninspired, and tempted to quit. Winners are not the people who always feel like it. They are the people who show up even when they don't. Every day you keep your word to yourself, you become stronger and more capable. Sixth, remember that your standards shape your reality. You will never rise above the standards you set for yourself. If you tolerate laziness, negativity, or mediocrity in yourself or others, you will live in it. But if you demand excellence, integrity, and growth from yourself, your life will eventually reflect that. Your standards are your boundaries, and they teach the world how to treat you. The seventh thing to remind yourself is that failure is not final. You will fail. You will make mistakes. You will get it wrong sometimes. That's not the end, it's part of the process. Failure is feedback. It's the world showing you where you need to adjust. If you quit when you fail, you lock yourself into the life you have now. If you learn from it, you step closer to the life you want. Eighth, tell yourself that action is the cure for almost everything. You can overthink for years, you can plan forever, but nothing changes until you act. You don't need the perfect plan to start. You just need to start. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates opportunities you can't see from the starting line. Every day, take at least one step towards something that matters to you. Finally, the ninth reminder, the one that makes the others urgent, is that this is not a rehearsal. You get one shot at this life, one. The worst pain you can feel is regret for the chances you didn't take, the risks you avoided, the dreams you left untouched. There's no guarantee you'll get another chance, so life like this is your only one, because it is. When you start your day with these reminders, you put yourself in control. You stop living in reaction to what life throws at you and start living with intention. Most people will keep waiting, waiting for the right time, waiting for permission, waiting for a sign, but the truth is, waiting is just another word for wasting. Life isn't about waiting for the perfect moment, it's about making the moment you're in perfect by acting on it. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. You don't need to be fearless to move forward. You just need to stop lying to yourself about having more time. You have now, that's it. And if you fill your now with the right actions, the right mindset, and the right reminders, you'll look back one day knowing you lived fully instead of existing passively. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't roll over and reach for your phone. Don't start scrolling through other people's lives before you've even taken control of your own. Sit up, take a deep breath, and speak these reminders into your mind like they're the rules you live by. Say them with conviction, mean every word, and then go and prove them with action. Because you can wait another year, another month, another day. But while you wait, your dreams will fade, your energy will fade, your opportunities will fade. Or you can start now. Take ownership and live in such a way that when your time finally runs out, you have nothing left to give because you already gave it everything. That's the choice. Stop waiting. Start living, and here's the thing. Life doesn't stop just because you're not ready. It keeps moving. The clock keeps ticking whether you're making moves or sitting still. Every second you hesitate, someone else is out there doing the work you're avoiding. They're taking the opportunities you're letting pass by. They're building the life you keep saying you want, and one day you'll see them living it while you're still stuck in the same place, making the same excuses. That's reality. You have to understand waiting is the slowest form of death. It kills your ambition one day at a time. It lulls you into thinking you've got unlimited chances. You don't. This isn't a video game. There are no do-overs, no respawns. You get one run, and you have no idea how far along the run you are right now. This could be the halfway mark. This could be the final chapter, and you're gambling with your dreams like you've got another lifetime to spend. Stop telling yourself you'll start when you have more time. You will never have more time. The only time you have is the time you take. You have to grab it. You have to demand it. And you have to protect it like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. And when fear shows up, and it will, don't treat it like a stop sign. Treat it like a compass. Fear points directly at the thing you need to do most. Fear is proof that the thing matters. If you're not scared, it's probably not big enough to change your life. And you don't get to live an extraordinary life without doing extraordinary things. You want a better body, get up and train. You want more money, learn the skills, make the calls, build the thing. You want a better life. Stop blaming your circumstances and start building your mindset. There's no hack, no secret, no shortcut. It's discipline, action, and relentless focus, day after day after day. And every morning you remind yourself, no one's coming to save you, my time is precious, comfort will kill me, fear is lying to me, discipline beats motivation, my standards shape my life, failure is just feedback, action cures everything, and this is my one shot. That's the checklist, that's the armor, you put it on and you move. One day, the last page of your story will be written, and when that day comes, you will either look back and know you gave it everything, or you will choke on regret for every dream you buried under excuses. Which one do you want? So get up, start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make the moment perfect. Stop watching, stop scrolling. Stop waiting, start living, and don't stop until the person you've always dreamed of becoming looks back at you in the mirror and smiles. Thanks for watching.